What up, guys?
Woo!
Homeboys in the house.
Episode 40.
Episode 40. Mad love, bro.
Mad love, bro. We made it.
Oh, yeah.
We made it. Mad love to you guys. This is the 420 right here. Special edition right here. We got an amazing crew today. They're unbelievable. The brand new, the Draco Leopard. And let's bring out the founders. Let's bring them out. Woo! Yo, what's up, guys?
What up, guys?
How you doing? How you doing?
Good, man.
How are you guys?
Can't complain, sir. Just living my best life.
Same
That's
here, bro.
right.
Same
That's
here.
right.
Are you Peter?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
Luke. This is Jeff.
Jeff right here.
Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Hey,
coming on,
thank
bro.
you for coming on,
What's
bro.
up, Jeremy?
Seriously.
How you doing, bro?
Take care
What's
real quick.
What's up, man? What's up, Pete?
Oh,
What's going on, Jeremy?
Not much out here.
We got a lot to chat about today. So we got a few people in the house. What's up? Wow. Yeah, you guys have an amazing project going on, man. We can't wait to talk to you more about that. How's your day going so far?
Mine's going rig, man. Gotta make that money.
Same here, man. Been painting. No, I haven't been to bed yet since yesterday evening. Been painting for like the last 24, 25 hours.
Oh wow, man.
Yeah,
still-
crazy.
Whew.
Yeah.
You guys
I
was asking where you guys coming to us from? We're in LA. Where you guys at?
I'm in Ohio.
Ohio and then,
Yes, sir.
Texas. That's right. Hey guys, thank you guys so much. You know, it's amazing. The community, we're all over the country, but we got amazing people who just want to come in and hang out with us and talk about their project. And so yeah, I mean, if you guys tell us a little bit about how you got started in the NFT space. We'll just go from there and chill. And yeah, tell us you guys' story.
You want to go first, Pete?
No, I'll let you go first, Jeremy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was in crypto already. I kind of fell into crypto like 7 years or something like that. And then this NFT thing, and I met Steve first, which those of you that Steve is dealing with a fire at an apartment complex or house he's over right now, but he's going to try to make it in. Spaces on Twitter, and he has a business and background, but then I found out he was an artist, and we had watched some succeed, some fail, had listened to communities, all they wanted, and I was like, man, you do the art, and we can give people what they need and what they want. And then he brought Pete in, and Pete for him.
Oh yeah. And then Pete, you're an artist, right?
Yes, artist / writer. I'm actually new to NFT. I've only been involved in it for about 5 months. I've been a lifelong artist, though. I've been dealing with art for a very long time. I have a bachelor's in illustration. I run my own freelance, graphic design company called C3 Graphics. Right now, my workload for the last year and a half has been specialized in children's book illustration and writing, things like that. And then these guys brought me on board, pitched me a idea that was fantastic, and we just ran with it. Been family ever since.
Oh man, yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Artists, they're coming into the space like this. I mean, that as an illustrator and graphic designer, like the Web3 space is like a whole new world. It's the haven for people like us, like Jeff and I, we're filmmakers, we do our own writing, just like you, man. So it's just knowing that there's a community out there that can appreciate what you guys are doing. And obviously, we're going to get into the Draco Leopard in a little bit here. But yeah, just hearing you guys' backstory and where you came from, it's amazing that we all just kind of. Yeah, Jeff and I think we got into NFT space about a year ago. We had somebody talking to us at a wedding about NFTs, and we just looked into it, and that's why I know we say it all the time. That's why we started the podcast. We got involved with several projects that ended up being rug pulls, but from being in the Discord and in the Twitter spaces, obviously, we learned that there's a lot of good developers and artists out there. Cameras aside, there are people who really want to contribute to the space and really kind of get to what the Web3 community and NFTs and crypto can offer the world. So, like, what are some of your projects that you worked on for NFTs?
Man, wow. I've got an extensive history actually. I've done tattooing before. I did tattooing for about 7 years.
Oh wow,
Air airbrushing. Um, I've won a few contests and big competitions. One of which was one that was hosted by Marvel, which I won that one when I was like 15, and that catapulted me to another competition for them, and I won that one as well. So, pretty extensive background in art. I try to learn any and everything that I can learn with it, from digital to traditional. I don't know exactly what I would be considered a specialty in. I guess you would say I'm a jack of all trades with it because I like to learn a little bit of all of it.
nice.
And yeah, and then when I went to college, they introduced me to children's literature, and that started my writing prowess. In terms of being a dedicated writer, was when I was in college. I graduated with my bachelor's in 2017.
Oh, nice. Where'd you go for school?
I went to the Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design in Colorado.
Oh, nice. I went to
Yeah.
SIU in Carbondale in Illinois.
Okay.
I got my
Yeah.
film there, but I did take a couple classes in animation. I took the Maya 3D software. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
I did some projects on it, just for school projects, and then yeah, and I haven't been able to use the software since, but I want to get back to it. We like the intro that you saw us have at the beginning. That's in Apple Motion 5 because Jeff and I we're Final Cut Apple products all the way. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah.
My first year of college was actually rooted in video game design.
Oh wow,
Oh, oh yeah, I was heavy in the video game design my first year. Uh that was it for me. Started learning how to do modeling. I loved it. But then the illustration aspect of it always called me. I wanted to be involved in the actual creating of the visual.
nice,
So I sort of transferred over while I was in college. Maybe after the first year, I just transferred over to illustration because then I can come in and do storyboarding and character concept design and things like that. And I just love that even more. And it just flowed more with that.
nice, man.
Yeah.
On the topic of
Have to
video
get some
gaming,
lunch, guys. Sorry about that.
have you on the topic of NFTs? Have you heard of Undead Blocks?
I don't know. Is that something you're familiar with, Jeremy?
What do you say?
The Undead
Undead Block?
Dead block.
The
No, they're a. You guys are obviously familiar with like Call of Duty and
yeah, yeah,
Grand
yeah,
Theft
yeah.
Yes.
I got you.
that video game. So this guy basically created a video game where you kill zombies and you get what kind of tokens do you get? The Z-Bucks.
Z-Bucks
Z-Bucks
you can
tokens
convert
for
into any crypto though.
converted into any crypto.
Really
So kids are basically
interesting.
anyone can get paid to play video. I said kids because usually
And
kids are the ones playing the video games. But
And you can play it
anyone
on
can.
MacBook. You can play it on MacBook
Yeah.
or PC, and this is a first-person shooter, bro. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the quality. You could have a 16 gigabyte laptop and stream it on your flat screen, and it's like an Xbox game. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
Really.
Yeah, and
like
anyone can download it. Like it's free to download. WagyuGames.io. You just download it. It's fucking dope, bro. So anyone
Okay.
can try it. But no,
I'm
you
gonna have
guys.
to look into that.
Yeah, for sure. And I know, Jeremy, you said you were into crypto before. Dude, you remember when fucking Bitcoin was at a half a penny?
I wasn't early enough. I wasn't early enough for that, but it was really cheap compared to what it is now.
Dude, I'm going to tell you a funny story. And I remember when it was a half a penny and I was going to put $500 in it. And I played around in penny stocks before this. So I was like, I didn't know, but I was working with this criminal that was pumping and dumping penny stocks, bro. I was like on pink sheets, making a bunch of calls and trying to get these people to trade on the NASDAQ, right? So it was a trip, bro. But the one thing I always tell people, like, I could sit here and say, "Oh man, I fucking regret it because I listened to my pops and shit." But you know what? I look back and I say, you know what? I'm
Wasn't meant to
happy.
be.
It wasn't meant to be, but I'm happy now that look at everybody's in here. We got this amazing project you got on right now, Draco Leopard, and that's what I mean. It's like it's still a pioneer stage, so we still have time to get involved.
Yeah.
So
We got Dallas. Is that Dallas OB or QB? Dallas OB.
It's OB. Yeah, he's our community manager.
Hey, brother. Thanks for coming on,
yeah,
man.
thanks for cruising on. We got cool clips on. What up, cool clips?
Yeah.
So guys,
I think it's
Oh,
stocks, man. Was you the original Jordan Belfort?
oh, bro,
Of
I'm
course.
telling you right now, bro. It wasn't to that degree, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Me and him, we're gonna make a mini series out of what I went through, and
After a feature length film.
yeah.
We're gonna do that first.
Yeah. But it was like we just weren't making that kind of money yet. We were on our way to, but yeah, it was fucking stupid. It was scandalous, bro. Scandalous shit.
I got you.
Mhm.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's why I tell people, like, do your research, and truthfully, that's why, like, even if a project came to us and said, look, we'll pay you guys a ton of ETH to promote us and talk about it, it's like, nah, bro, we only want to bring around real projects, real people that are doing real shit,
yeah.
regardless.
That's good.
Yeah, regardless
Yeah.
of nothing like that. Like, all of the people we bring on our show, we don't get paid nothing. We don't get shit. We don't get anything. So I just tell people we only bring on real quality people that want to do amazing things in Web3, and that's why we have you guys on here. And
I love you guys.
we love to learn about how you guys really started with the Draco Leopard. Like, tell us all about it, man. We love to hear it.
Yep.
Well, I can tell you this. I told you how me and him being an artist and me being from the crypto side, and then and we were trying to think of an idea of an NFT, your basic lion or ape or alien or these, and we just got to all talking, and we came up with a dragon and a cat together, and we came up with putting a dragon snow leopard, and then of course Pete and Steve took it. I think Pete drew the original line work for the Draco leopard. So we got our own unique species, and Pete will probably tell you later about the storyline. Steve were brainstorming about a storyline, and he went and told Pete. And Pete's like, "Hang on, snap! I already got this story I've been writing for you."
Yeah.
So everything really, because I believe it was meant to be. Everything from start to where we're at now into place, right where it's supposed to be.
I agree.
That's usually how it is, man. Some things are just meant to happen organically. Things just come together. And I love what you just said, like how you guys have this hybrid mix between like a dragon and a leopard. And how did you guys just think like, all right, let's just combine this? Or like, how would you guys envision an animal like that?
Well,
We all
if I can interject,
go
Steve
ahead.
is a big fan of the snow leopard. It has some sentimental meaning to him. And then me, one of the things I like to paint is dragons, and I'm constantly painting and drawing variations of dragons. So he was like, "Hey, what do you think we can do? Can we put the two together?" So then we sat down and just hashed out some roughs on paper, till we came up with something that we said, "Okay, this is unique and this will work." And then we pretty much went from there. They came up with a story. They had a story laid out. Looked at it, and then I was like, "Hold on, I got a story that I've been working on for a very long time. Let me see if I can tweak it to where it can fit into what we're doing." And next thing you know, tweaked it enough to use it, and it's just been flowing ever since.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing, man.
I read
Yeah.
the summary of your story on your website. I'll be honest, I had to read through it a couple of times to really kind of get the whole gist of it. But you guys like give kind of a version of like what basically what it is that like the Draco leopards, they're like a race, they're fighting for
Hey,
life, right?
this is where
Yes.
you share the story, brother.
Okay, so the Draco leopards, that's their slang name. Their actual species name is Nordova.
No,
They are Nordova. They are an antiquated species of interdimensional travelers. They have the ability to absorb electromagnetic radiation into their cells on a subatomic level, and then they can take that and channel that energy to shift between dimensions and reality, and even displace themselves in time and space.
Wow.
And they do it naturally. It's natural to them, and they are older than most recorded history. So, like when you see elements of history, like we'll use Earth as an example, where you see things like in Asia where they had the dragons or the Oni and things like that. These are actually instances in Earth's past where they have come in contact with Dracos.
Wow.
One of the biggest things about the Dracos is they have the ability to shift naturally into another dimension, and when they do so, they can be corporeal or non-corporeal when they do so, just from the way they channel the radiation in their body. Um, they can only be seen from a spectrum that can see over 100,000 nanometers. So if you can't see in high infrared, you won't be able to see the Draco in its non-corporeal form. And they stay in the background. They choose to hide in the background of civilizations because they don't want to come in, and because they're so technologically advanced themselves, they don't want to come in and risk altering the evolution of a planet's natural evolution in terms of their tech and their understanding of things. They have been fighting for eons a really big enemy known as the Hermaphites. These are shapeshifters that are very parasitic and very destructive. So if a Hermaphite infests your world and they consume any DNA of any organic sentient being of any kind, they can shapeshift in whole or in part to that creature.
Wow.
Them and the Dracos have been at each other's throat for a long time, actually longer than most recorded human history. So when you see examples in human history of, like, say, Anubis, the Egyptian god, Anubis is actually based on a mythos that originated from a Hermaphite imposter on Earth at one time.
Wow.
Or werewolves, skinwalkers with Native American tribes. This is their first encounter with Hermaphites taking human form and then changing into beast form because they were, DNAs of different organisms that they had sampled. And once they consume something, they absorb the genetic memory of that which they consumed and any knowledge that it possessed.
Wow.
So
That is
yeah,
fucking
really
sick.
cool.
I was
yeah.
like,
So
I
the
was,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, so literally what went through my head was I saw some fucking like visual of some woman or man just like turning into like some beast, like transforming, like how you were explaining that shit. It's like that's so different. I've never heard anything like that or anything like that in my life.
Yeah.
When you said that, no, when you said that hermaphites can, like, they can shift through time and space too, just like the Draco leopard, right? So therefore,
Well, the Hermaphites, they actually use technology to
oh,
shift
okay.
interdimensionally, as to where the Draco leopards, they can do it naturally with their own body. And
Telepathically, right?
they can do it naturally. It's a natural feature to their biological makeup. Another cool part to that is they can also use that electromagnetic that radiation that their bodies absorb. They can also use it to do different things, like create exoskeletons on their body that's organic, that are almost impervious. Now, one of the cool parts about the Dracos is they can't die at old age. They are technically immortal.
Whoa.
They can be killed, but they can never die of old age. A Draco will live as long as a Draco lives. I mean, we didn't give them they can't die. They've been around a very, very long time.
So are the hermaphites, are they when if they like chip proof of somebody's DNA, whatever time and space period it is, are they altering the timeline? Is that what makes it so hard for, like, the Draco leopards to shift between realities, because it's always changing whatever reality they end up in?
Yeah, well, the Dracos are actually chasing the Hermaphites. They are trying to wipe out every element of them in period. They don't want them to exist. The reason most worlds do not know about the Hermaphites is because usually when a Hermaphite come to your world, they completely ravage it. They have a hive knowledge, hive mind, like knowledge complexity, and they go in and they wipe out a culture to where they leave very little trace of it. So most people outside of Dracos don't even know about them, because usually if you're infiltrated by them, they've already wiped you out. The unique feature with this story is for some reason they keep coming back to Earth. There's something that they found on Earth or that they're looking for on Earth, which is why they keep coming back trying to infiltrate. And this has been going on for a very long time in Earth history.
Since
Wow.
before humans.
I couldn't hear you.
Since before humans existed.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow.
But then
Yeah.
for Mathite, where were they getting the technology then? If like we hadn't evolved to develop it yet, were they getting it from their own world?
Well,
Yeah.
they originated from the same dimension as the Dracos.
Okay.
And the Draco's dimension is very technologically advanced, but it's outside of most known sciences. They cross the barrier of magic and apothecary and alchemy. That's all part of the sciences in which they partake in their dimension. Their law of physics technically doesn't exist. As to where you come into our dimension, say Earth, we are restricted by physics or mentally restricted by physics, as to where the Dracos have evolved well past that because they've been alive so long.
Wow.
Now their empire that they're from, their original planet that the Dracos was from, is called Dover Prime. Dover Prime no longer exists. Dover Prime was actually lost in part to the war and a disease that broke out while battling and dealing with hermaphites. The disease is called the hermaphase virus, and the hermaphase virus is what infects the host and allows it to be genetically mutated and become a hermaphite.
Oh wow.
Now, the Dracos figured out how to stop this disease, but as a result of stopping it, the side effect is they lost their planet. They're the last ones left of their kind, and they all became sterile. Everyone who was treated with whatever pathogen they designed to try and stop this virus became sterile. This included the hermaphites that they were fighting as well. So none of them have the ability to reproduce, but as they used to, in terms of male on female, etc. So now what the Dracos have resorted to doing is a sort of an evolutionary thing. The women mostly, the men have the ability to do it, but the women mostly do it. They are able to create an asexual 1-to-1 ratio copy of them of the actual Draco host into another Draco, and that takes one Narca, which is the way they register time in their dimension, and one Narca is one Earth generation, which is 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 25 years to basically copy themselves?
Yes, to make a functional, viable organism that can exist as a Draco leopard. Correct.
It's fucking
Now,
crazy. 25 years. That's
the
crazy.
hermaphites can't do that. The hermaphites can't do that. What the hermaphites discovered, which the Dracos are starting to learn, the hermaphites discovered that early man cohabited with Draco leopards on Earth at one time. And as a result of that, the Draco genome was spliced into human DNA. This has resulted in like men of renown. Like, so if you look at, like, let's say, like we look at the Bible or we look at mythology, you heard of Nephilim, you heard of the Watchers. These are all stories that replicate or attach to the original coming of Draco leopards and hermaphites on the Earth plane.
Wow.
So a hybrid, like when you see a great man, like somebody say like John F. Kennedy or somebody like Martin Luther King or somebody like Gandhi or Alexander the Great, for example, these are all men who exhibited great traits because they had latent Draco genes or Nordovian genes.
That makes sense.
Okay, so what the hermaphites have figured out is if they can find and isolate that original genome, they in return can turn around and biologically splice it into their DNA to where they're able to reproduce their numbers. And in doing so, there's a Draco prophecy that stated that there was a coming event. A prophecy said that there was a coming evil that would create such a catastrophic event that it will merge all timelines and reality into one cohesive time stream. This will kill and destroy many realities, but at the same token, it'll bring about to what history has looked at as the rapture or Ragnarok, or all these other, the apocalypse, all these other incidences that are written about in various spiritual canon texts are all based on what the Nordovian prophecy says would happen if this evil was to come to power.
Yeah.
So they're trying to eradicate. They're trying to eradicate every hermaphyte because they see what's coming.
No, I was gonna say what you're describing basically sounds almost like just human history in its own. Like, but like honestly, like who, when you think about like who did kill John F. Kennedy or Martin Luther King Jr. or any of
Well,
these people who are obviously making big changes in the world, like somebody had them killed. And what you're describing is basically like a sci-fi story version of that. It's just like
yeah, sci-fi, fantasy, but actually, we actually have a part in our story that actually refers to John F. Kennedy, which is why I mentioned him. So John F. Kennedy in our story was actually a hermaphite imposter, and he had infiltrated the American government because John F. Kennedy himself had latent Nordovian genes. So this hermaphite was trying to infiltrate to get these genes. The problem that they're running into is so many generations have passed since that gene was introduced that it's been diluted. So they can't find it at its purest form. That's why they keep coming back to Earth, because it's where it's seated at. So they're still trying to find it at its purest form, which is why you hear all these things about alien abductions and things like that, because they're really just technically taking people because they're trying to find this gene, and they don't return them. So the hermaphites, if they take you, they're going to eat you. In this case, they infiltrated the U.S. government through JFK, and JFK was actually assassinated by a Nordovian operative who shot him with a transdimensional anti-gravitational device, which is why you have all the conspiracy theories about the magic bullet.
oh wow.
Bro, are you guys seriously thinking of maybe making films or doing things like that later on? Because
Yes.
the whole world.
Yes.
Cartoons are coming, buddy.
let me,
Yeah.
Cartoons.
let me just say this: we're filmmakers, and I could just and
The wheels are turning.
I could just tell you right now, like I could see just like orgy
Awesome.
movies, trilogies, like so many things. You guys could literally do 1,000,001 things. Like it's insane.
Yes.
Like you guys have an artillery going on.
But the whole
Yeah.
point is,
And
why,
we left it open. We left it open so that we can, if we come in contact with other NFT projects that want to, collab with us and things like that, we left it open so we can shift into their dimensions, because we can go and if we probably already been to their dimension. In fact, most of them probably don't even know it, but they probably already got a hermaphite presence there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think? I don't. They shouldn't be calling the Twitter spaces spaces. They should be calling them the Twitter dimensions, because everybody who's running their own Twitter space is really running their own Twitter dimension. Because we're all, that's Web3. Like we're all in these other different dimensions, having on these
I
projects.
told you guys before I came on. I know a couple of you have been in our spaces at this story, and I told you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that it's pretty shocking. Like all the stuff you're telling me, this is all like, to me, it's original, it's new, it's different. People would love to see that. I mean, it's insane. You guys are literally, wow.
I think people need to see that, because most people don't want to hear conspiracy theories and stuff
but
like
like
that.
intertwining it.
Into a story
Ooh.
that people can digest and
Ooh.
understand, and then they'll start to think. People will start to think to
They'll shit
themselves. And be like,
themselves.
oh, okay.
And they'll literally just be like,
And
what the fuck?
part is they can actually be a part of it, because if they own a Draco, use their Draco Leopard in the cartoon, they're going to be the person that gets the voice acting.
Yes.
Oh, that gets to actually act the voice?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We
Absolutely.
give them that option. We want them to have that option. We want the community to go on the journey with us, not just watch the journey, but be a part of it.
That's great. That's
No,
awesome.
Tell them about what we want to do.
Oh,
with,
so what we're gonna
Blue,
do is with
feature
our
film.
feature film, we're
Like
gonna
what you're
get
talking about.
we're gonna get a serious budget. We're talking like $10 million to get this film made.
Okay.
And we, like I said, bro, like we've made a lot of films. Like we're at this point, this feature is gonna be on a different level. But once we get the funding, we're gonna start a small 5K collection of Homeboi Flicks film passes, where people will have
NFTs,
access.
Yeah.
Yeah, where people have access is to come to set, be able to come to our premiere, then be able to come to any of our other projects that we're doing. So
Dinner with an actor.
Yeah.
Meet up with a character.
All that shit.
Anything like that.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So
I agree.
You thought you were actually like thinking of like offering out like voice roles.
That's
because of your
cool.
Holbert. And I
That's
thought,
really dope.
like even for us, like that's crazy. Like what if? because there's a lot of people, young people out there who want to get into the film industry, and they would
Mhm.
love to just, they don't, you can just, like, I came from a film background, so I did a lot of PA work, you know what that is. People would kill to be able to, like, if they had an NFT, like, oh my God, I can be a PA, I can work on your film.
Right.
Obviously, yeah, you have to, do,
Figure out the
answer
logistics.
questions, logistics, and stuff like
But-
that. But just letting people really be a part of what you're doing, like
Like what you
that's
guys are
it.
saying.
That's family
Really cool.
right there. That's
Smart.
really what that is.
Absolutely, man. Everybody need to be part of it, not just stand by and watch what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do any of the voices?
Oh,
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. I want to be a bad guy though. If I do it, I got to do a bad guy because I know the hermit fights very intimately.
oh, I bet.
I could hear that in your voice, bro. I could hear that in your voice. You'd kill that shit, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then when I hear the general for the Nordova, who's the head general for the Nordova, I hear the guy from the Allstate commercial.
Oh, I
Even-
met him. He was at the,
Even when I was writing it, that's whose voice I heard in my head while I was writing. I hear him speaking that role. Like he fits it perfect.
that's all state stand. Are you in good hands?
Are you in good hands?
Yeah. Now,
So-
Michael Clark Duncan would have been a good fit too. He would have been my first choice. R.I.P. to that brother. But Michael Clark Duncan would have made a good general for the Nordovian Empire too.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Why not? Why not Samuel L. Jackson? He's doing all those credit card commercials now. He probably.
Yeah.
It's
There you go.
It's my beer.
Oh, we're doing a couple shout outs. OG Doge in the house. Mad Love. Super Seller. How you doing? Donnie Doe. Dallas OB. Drippy God. Oh, that's Steve's son. Mad Love. Thanks for coming in, brother. Yeah, we just got the lowdown on the Draco Leopard. The amazing story that feels like 1% of what it could be, like what you just told us. Like there's so much you can build.
many things that they're gonna
Oh yeah.
You're gonna take over Star Wars. People are gonna forget Star Wars. Want to be like the Draco. That's for real.
Awesome.
That's for real.
No bullshit.
That's humbling. That's very humbling. Thank you.
No.
Get
The
this.
way that you guys did
Yeah.
your shit just now, the way you explained it to me and him, I felt like super intelligent. I'm like, bro, are we like this is like a new new universe, new everything.
I
Like,
started
so-
hearing.
so-
I started
Yeah.
hearing the Terminator theme in my head.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. No, that's great. And no, I was gonna say real quick, like, yeah, you guys are starting from a very organic and smart place because I think Marvel and Star Wars, and Disney, they're gonna try to get in on the NFT game.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be not a scam, but it's just gonna be empty promises to a lot of people. It's not gonna
typical
change anything. I think people are ready for a change. They want to see new things.
Oh,
now.
they're
That's
beyond
why
ready.
Our project, your project,
Yeah, it's a
people are
new
waiting for it.
generation,
you know?
generation of content.
Yep.
And the way we participate in it, it's different. Especially how you said it. Like even a holder could potentially have the choice to be able to be a voice in that film. Which, God, I mean, if I was like a younger person and I said to my friends, like, "Hey guys, I'm in a project where I'm going to be the character in the movie," and then like the movie comes out and your friends are watching it and they're like, "Holy shit!" Like that's so cool, man. You guys are you're opening doors for everybody. That's what I like to see in projects is not only just the community, but it's both. It's the team and the support and the people and how you guys are involving people in the project. To me, that's like on another level where it's like people just have that opportunity. Like you just said, there's a lot of projects that you're just watching, and that sucks to me. It's like I'd rather, I'm glad, and there's other projects out there where they do connect with their communities and they get to know them. To me, that's what it's all about, in my opinion, too, is like getting to know people, being personable, getting on spaces, being like consistent and showing that you're there. Like, man, that's a blessing.
Yeah, and
it's always humbling.
that.
It's always humbling to meet these people.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And it's crazy how we can meet people all over the instant just by pushing a button. you know.
Yep.
Us with community, you know, that little tidbit about cartoon is just a very small part of uh, our utilities are actually going to opportunity for a lot of passive income. We're going to 30% of the maximum allowed royalties are going to go back to holders. We're also going to be giving out IP rights, but instead of just giving you the right and expecting you know how to start a business, building and offering a platform where all you have to do is upload your NFT platform, will design your merch, sell your merch, advertise your merch completely free, with
What?
profits being a 60-30 split.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You know how
No,
fucking
sir.
brilliant that is, bro? You know how fucking brilliant that is?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I
Yes,
hope
sir.
people watch this podcast, because literally we're gonna have you guys on again later on, and they're just literally everyone's gonna literally shit themselves. Like, the fact that you guys just said that right there. Hold up. There's a lot of people out there where they're busy, but they want to be in Web3. They want to make money. And it's like, you guys are giving them that opportunity. You're creating a partnership with them. I mean, man, I mean, you can't, I mean,
And
if that's not
and
community,
the great thing about that is we split. You know, they get 70% of the profit. Well, the other third of the project wallet, which supports the project long term, and the community. Anything that goes to the community wallet is going back to holders.
Mm. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. You guys
Absolutely.
heard it. You guys heard it here. Okay. This is Draco Leopard. I honestly look, and you guys say animation of your, I could see a, like, like Avatar, right? I could see Draco Leopard movies like that, bro. Like that quality, like that, like, couldn't you see that shit?
Yeah.
Like it would
You're
be,
from the first sentence,
dude.
Has anybody seen that Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix?
We started to start watching that. Man, we don't have time to watch TV
Oh
anymore.
my God, because there is some amazing CGI. There's a particular episode called Lucky 13, or
Mhm.
in that the CGI that they did for that is exactly how I would see an anime for Dracos. I would love to see that kind of CGI, like that
That,
Final Fantasy Advent children's style, but to like the 10th or 100th power, man. Just boost it up a level like they did with that Love, Death, and Robots.
But
wow.
honestly, you guys, those could be like movies. Then you got series. Then you
Comic
got, I
book.
mean, dude, you guys have like endless. I mean, and it's just, that's just part of it.
Yeah.
But see, the fact that you do that with the holders, especially if a holder's like, dude, I want to start a merch shop, like, or like, let me ask you this: if the holder came to you and said, hey, I make bomb fucking cookies, like, would you guys work a deal out with them if they like had this like recipe and made these cookies and slapped their NFT on? Would you guys work with them like with that as well?
We're
Stuff like
willing to
that.
work with anybody. We're willing to open doors to anybody, as long as they're honest people.
Wow.
We're
Yeah.
Wow. You guys heard that.
Yeah.
You
and
guys heard.
seeing another aspect of that also about the community wallet. You know, that all goes back to the community. Anything that brings to the project is also going to put a profit into the pockets of the holders. For example, we've taken bids on the figures. If we make the action figure line, a percent of that. If we do a comic book and it sells, we're going to get a percent of that. We do the cartoon, the movie, the community is going to get a percent. Added on top of, if you voice act in the movie, you also get an extra royalty. So everything is built to go to supply the community, bring the community to the community, lift everyone, not just the creators.
What do we always say? What do we always say? For the people, by the people.
Yep. It's
And
real.
my friend, that is exactly what you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
That's
Steve just texted me. He said if you join now.
Okay.
Well,
Get them on.
bring them on.
Yeah.
Give me just a second. Give me
We got
just a
time.
second. I'll text you.
We got time. If you guys got time, we got
We got time for Steve.
Oh yeah.
for everybody. Yeah, man.
We got 10 people in this game. Mad
Yeah.
love to everybody on here. And we are going to do a special giveaway where they're giving away an NFT. We're giving away a limited Homeboi shirt, and we're going to do this wheel spin, and it's going to be on live. So you guys just be patient and enjoy the show. Continue to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate everyone being here.
I don't know if you asked already, Pete. Are you guys going to the Vegas event?
Yeah, are you guys going to the Vegas event August 26th through the 28th?
We are not planning any event we get until after we get our mint. We're gonna all these events. We're gonna start.
That's understandable.
Pete and Steve, I've got plans for a little tour to do murals on walls and things like that. So after mint.
Oh yeah. I think I heard him. Let's
There he
bring
is.
him on. Ready? Let's go.
Hey,
There he is.
What's good, brother?
Bro.
Look, y'all,
hear me?
no
Yeah,
offense.
we hear you.
No offense,
Yeah.
but if you guys turn your phones like the other way to the side,
Like this.
there you go. Beautiful.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Now
Awesome.
we see the full face.
Oh, yeah.
Before it was like this thin line, and I'm not gonna
We all
gonna
look like-
repeat
we all
what I
look
just
like
am thinking of. It looked like a vag line, but
We
anyway.
all look like the Web3 baby button.
I will.
Now
Since Steve now,
Yes,
Steve, I don't know if
Steve,
he was listening or not, but we covered some of that, but we didn't cover how it gives you a bill of sale. You want to tell them what is your value?
Oh,
Nope. Yes, he does.
Hey, I'll do it. It's no big deal. So the other thing that I missed out on is
Back.
you'll have a bill of sale, a trail, basically a money trail of how much you've been IP rights. So you can attach that to the NFT, and it says, well, the floor value is 200. Well, you say, well, I get 2,000 a month in NFT. So that automatically increases the value of your NFT artwork.
Oh wow.
All right, sorry guys, I'm here. My phone was
Welcome
screwing.
back, brother. Welcome back.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey,
All
Steve.
You're good, man.
I was trying to get it set up. I got back to my house. I was trying to get it set up on the computer, but I wasn't able to get it up. My kids got me on like every TV down in the house.
Hey, Steve. We appreciate you coming on, bro. Taking the time. Honestly, yeah. Jeremy and Pete, they gave us a little story of their background, and then they just blew our minds with the Draco Leopard story. So, if you want to tell a little bit about yourself and what's coming up for the Draco Leopard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had you guys in my ear. I was able to listen to you while I was dealing with what I was dealing with. Yeah, I mean, you want to know what about me?
Oh yeah, no, just a little bit about your backstory. How you got into the NFT space.
Gotcha. A little bit about my backstory. Of course, I've been an artist my whole life. I'm into all kinds of art. I'm into music. Obviously, you see tattoos all over me. So I wear art on my body from my neck down to my ankles. But I'm really big into music too. Music's a big motivator for me. But art has always been a tool that I've used, I guess, with mental health. Ever since I was young, I didn't have a very good upbringing. And I found at an early age, around 5 years old, that I had this God-given talent to be able to draw. If I thought about it in my mind, my hand could put it down on paper. And my grandmother was an artist, so the artistic ability runs in my family. And I don't know much about my family because of the disconnect of life, but I did know her. And so there'd be a lot of times I'd get dropped off at her house, and I'd sit down next to her. She'd be painting or drawing, and she always told me, she goes, Steve, no matter what emotion you got going through you, what's going on, if you're scared, draw. If you're happy, draw. If you're sad, draw. Basically, it was like she was telling me to hide in my art, right? So what I did is, as I started doing that art and work going through life, my art was always something I gave away because it was something like I felt that pain that was inside me, I would put down on the paper, even though it didn't look like pain, because I knew it was going to bring somebody else happiness. So it was like giving away my pain that created happiness, right? Because I get to look at someone's face and see the reaction when they see that piece of art. And then a lot of times I would also just leave pieces of art. I still do it to this day. I'll be drawing something and I'll leave it somewhere, right? I was into the stock market. And I got into the crypto, and then I was on Twitter, and I had a personal account, and I really followed a lot of stock market stuff. And then I started seeing the stuff with NFTs, but it wasn't the NFT that attracted me; it was the art. I saw pictures, and I'm like, "What's this art?" And of course, art's it grabs my attention. So I started seeing this NFT thing, and I come to meet up with Jeremy through another space. And it wasn't related to NFTs. And, I would sit there randomly. I would post on my Twitter, on my personal Twitter account, just stuff I drew, right? Or something I was drawing. And me and Jeremy, we built a relationship through the space, talking, became good friends. And he was like, man, you got a great art capability. And he goes, you ever think about doing NFTs? And I'm like, no, I really didn't. I've been in all the rooms and I've been watching and listening and trying to learn. I said, but I never thought about me doing them. He goes, well, why not? And I have a business background, and I'm also an artist. And I have, I have the best of both worlds. So when me and Jeremy started talking about it, I said, I really want to research these rooms, research the communities, research the NFT projects that are out there, to not only to better what was going on, but to understand the negatives and the positives and their struggles, right? Because I never want to say anybody did anything wrong or bad. They're learning, because we're in such an infancy in the NFT space. This is very infant. So these projects that have been built, a lot of them were artists that never had a business background. And that wasn't their intention in the first place. Was, hey, I have a platform now. I can sell my art. And us as artists, Pete knows very well, is very difficult to do, right? And it's not something that was freely for us to be able to do. They always talk about the starving artist, and that's true, right? So this is provided, and so these artists are like, wow, I can sell my art. Well, then NFTs started to become this utility-driven product. There is still art out there, right? I still want to look at and help the artists that are out there that don't want the business sense, but also want to be able to get their art out. So that's where when we started talking about, well, okay, how can we help other projects? How can we help other people that come in our path? Because I'm big on that. At one point in my life, as I grew up, it wasn't until I was 30 years old, 31 years old, until I started actually doing what I was supposed to do as a man. And it was something because of the way I grew up, right? And I came to a realization at 25 I needed to change that, and it took a long time to get rid of those things. But in return, I had a man that came to me. His name was Tim Meyer, and he gave me an opportunity. He opened a door, right? Not only he didn't really open the door. He showed me the door that was there, that I didn't have to be stuck where I was at, that there was opportunity out there for me. And he saw something in me, and gave me that opportunity. And, and I really think if to this day, if that one person wouldn't have saw that in me, I don't know where I'd be right now, right? I don't know if I would have ever known that opportunity was going to be available to me because of the way I was brought up. I thought the way I moved and the things we did, that was just what it was. And I come to find that a lot of people feel that way. And, he opened that door. So when I started talking to Jeremy, I'm like, I want to be able to bring doors to people. I want them to have an opportunity to take wherever they're at, and be able to remove themselves from that if they wanted to, with opportunity. And then there's people out there that already have opportunity but don't have time, like you were speaking about with the marketplace. They don't have time to run a business, or they don't have the backing or the collateral to start, and the people and the connections, right? So why not us provide that for them from just holding that NFT? Well, when me and him started talking about the NFT, I'm like, oh, I know somebody, that I knew through high school, and Pete, I needed some graphics work done for the company. And so I reached out to Pete, and I knew from high school he was an artist, and but unbeknownst to Pete, you know, I always looked up to him, right? I never got that chance to tell him that, but all through high school, I watched him as an artist. I watched him as a person, right? And I always aspired to be
Wow.
how he was. He carried himself, even as a young man at 16, 17 years old. He carried himself very well. And I'm like, what does this kid know that I don't know, right? Or what is, you know, and I was always looking at him, and I always appreciated his art, and it drove me to do better in my art, and he didn't know that. So I was able to, you know, I reached out to him through Facebook because I still, you know, I was connected through him through that, being that I was connected to a lot of people I went to school with in high school. And I asked him to make this graphics, and he said, "Yeah, brother, you know, let me whip it up for you." And did an amazing job, because I needed to get shirts made for the company. We needed to have, you know, cards made, things like that. There was a lot of stuff that needed to be made, and he whipped it up. And so he calls me. He said it's all done, and he's like, "Come to my house, and you know, you can pick up the CD." And I wanted to, you know, thank him, right? And but that moment, 25 years later. The last time I saw him, before, when I was a young child, I got to tell that man how much of an inspiration he was in my life, and also in my artwork. From there, you know, me and Pete's relationship has grown exponentially. And I told Jeremy, I said, "Man, I know the perfect person that I can bring on board that has, you know, the skill set, which was undeniable, but the type of person he is. You know, this man, even to this day, teaches me things. We talk on a regular basis, and he's been through a lot, especially recently. And he always tells me, he goes, "Steve, no matter how hard it rains, we'll go dance in it." You know, I get a little about it.
Amen to that, brother.
Amen, yeah.
Amen to that.
No matter how hard it rains, let's go dance in it. And bro, he danced.
A little rain ain't gonna kill you.
No, but the way his mindset is, you know, no matter how bad it is, we're gonna dance in it. We're gonna pull through it, and that, you know, that right there is just, you know, him as a person, as a man. So it was just a no-brainer to bring him into the project, because I know he has the same beliefs that I do and that Jeremy does. So it was something that we've been able to build, that we're gonna be able to open doors to people out there, talking to other projects. You know, and bringing something to the table, guys. I love this project for the fact that I see it the rest of my life as something that I'm going to do, and I don't want to do the stuff I do now, right? I want this to be a lifetime relationship that I have with these guys, and build and be able to build a community to help change people's lives. I mean, you guys know as well as I do, the last couple of years has been really rough on people, and we've seen a lot of crap going on, and you know, just the unification aspect of what we can build just in this story, right? Being able to interlink with other people and grasp their imagination, show them that they have an artistic ability. Everybody has an artistic ability. You just got to find it, and what that artistic ability is. If it's the imagination, like Jeremy has, man, he has an imagination. He said he can't draw a stick figure, but the guy can describe something to us with such imagination that I didn't think of that, and we can create it, right? So that's an artistic ability he has. He has that imagination that he can bring to the table, that he has ideas, and ideas are important. Without ideas, you have nothing, right? There's nothing there. So we can't think of everything. I love listening to him come up with ideas, and it's the same with Pete. You know, I'll sit there and talk to Pete and tell him a thought process of the story, and he's like, "I got you," and I can, you know, and
every time.
Every time. You know, there's one thing I can't do. I'm not good at writing, right, guys? I can't write, but I can tell a story. Like, I can, in my mind, I can tell a complete story, but you tell me to write it down, and sorry, I can't.
There's a disconnect from here to here.
Yeah,
that disconnect,
which doesn't make sense to me, because there's no disconnect from here to here, because I can put it down in art form, but I can't write it.
Right.
So you know, this has been exciting. You know, and then I thought of the business sense. And we're talking about utility, the marketplace, that IP right. A lot of people don't understand what an IP right is.
Or how to start a business.
What's that?
Or how to start a business, and I love what you guys are doing, because it's
Right.
super unique. It's just, to me, I just love the fact that you guys care that much about your holders, that you want to give them not just opportunities with the project, but if someone came to you, and that's what I was telling Jeremy, is this, like, if someone came to you, if they make bomb cookies, but they want to turn it into something and use their Draco Leopard, that's something you guys could talk about, and that's really fucking cool. That you guys are willing to do that.
Well, and that's the thing, is what's also attached to this, and a lot of people, and I don't think even us as a team really thought about this processes, but Pete already owns a CP3 Graphics. He is a graphics designer. That's something we can provide as well to the actual art piece to the company. So when we talk about IP rights and we talk about people getting customs, there's something I talk about a lot is, I want people to think about, how can I utilize it to make me money and use it as for a business. So when you come to me and want me to do a custom, and Pete to do a custom for you, I really want you to think about how can I utilize it to make me money. A lot of people get customs, to personalize it to themselves, and they put their names on it and stuff like that. Well, not everybody's going to, unless it's another Steve or a Pete that likes the same thing as we like, right? They're not going to want to buy that custom, right? So, for me, it's like, yeah, it's fine if that's what you want as an art piece and you're an art collector. Kudos, we'll do that for you. But I really want people to think about that in that aspect of, okay, we have a platform that you're able to utilize this with, and what do you want to do? What are your admirations? What do you want to do? And if you don't have any ideas, we can come up with those ideas and help that as well. So, that's the stuff we want to just give to people, is that ability for us to design for them, and for them to be able to utilize it on that marketplace. And I think that it'll even go further. So like you're talking about with the cookies or anything, bro, weed. I mean, there's so many things that can be utilized on product wise, is when you're talking about shirts or other products as skateboards, man. I mean, there's just it's just,
yeah, hell yeah.
Bong. I mean, anything you can think of, brother. We can afford a design on it, right? And what's cool about this marketplace is I can even be able to let people develop a whole store for themselves. So you can have thousands of stores developed on it. So like he was talking about the liquidity aspect of it is, of course we're going to have our own Draco designs that we're going to have in there that's going to sell different merch and products and toys, and and I think Jeremy spoke about the toy factor and the stuff that we're getting, from toy companies. But it's the partnerships and things that we can bring. All that money that's going to be generated outside of the platform will be funnel. We're going to be funneling that into the community wallet or project wallet as well. So it's a lot of the stuff we have is set up outside of just what can happen on the NFT market. So that was a big thing we were thinking of. Sorry guys, I can talk a lot. I got so
we love it, bro. Thank you. We love it. And these guys, they told us a lot about it too, but it's amazing just hearing about it.
This project, guys. I live and breathe it. And
I
think I dream it, guys. I dream it. I work in my sleep, I think, because I wake up with the thoughts in my mind. Right. Let me write this down. So it's just exciting, guys. I like you just sparked an idea when you talked about the cookies and packaging and things like that. Just the stuff we can design, but it's bringing that aspect to it too. So I think with the NFTs and the story is just unbelievable. I sit there and Pete, listen to him tell this story, and I could listen to him for hours and hours. But you guys have heard very little. Like that's just the tip of what this story is. It's just
That's what we said. It sounded like 1% of the whole story.
It was
basically.
insane, dude. The way the dissection and all these, there's so much to learn. It's like it's basically like a Marvel universe of different characters and different origin stories. Like it's really powerful. You guys have.
Well, and that's what I liked also about it too is, you know, me as a person, I always wondered how things exist, right? And this kind of, when you talk about our story, it's telling us, you know, when people made up, you know, you got the Indians out there that had these different gods, and you have different religions that had different gods, and this is the way the human mind has answered why this stuff exists, right? Our story is telling you that, where it came from, how it's interconnected, and it's cool the way it open ends for us to be able to absolutely work in any direction, any which way we want to go with it. So it's Pete is phenomenal writer.
Thanks.
Yeah, brother. You know how I feel about you, brother.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be able to bring that to them. I can't wait for other people to get involved. And that's the thing that I think, I don't know if Jeremy's talked about it, but some new stuff's going to come to Twitter. I think it's going to get some interaction with the community so that that they can start interacting with the actual storyline. And this will give them the ability to give ideas and which way stories should go and different avenues, different what you would call it, Pete. What would you call it? What's the word I'm thinking of? Because there's, as you branch off in your story, you're the literature guy. I'm not.
Talking about different parallels.
Yeah, different parallels. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word.
You know, touching new ground with various archetypes. Oh yeah.
I'll just cover for just a second. I will let you guys know, Draco Leopard. I have actually spoken directly to, and I also received an anonymous text message. If you go to our Twitter, that anonymous text message on our Twitter, a recording from someone's fight, and I do believe that I'm going to be able to talk to Draco Leopard and talking to everybody through spaces and things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think we had, someone say, ask about the different
elbow cough,
mints and how that goes downhill. Incredible. And
gold and silver Draco.
Gold and silver Draco.
Yeah, I had forgotten to even mention it. That golden Draco on the screen, there'll be one of those in the mint. If you're lucky, you're going to get 2% of our total mint. It's going to go to your palm. The silver Dracos, there'll be 5 silver Dracos, and sit down with either Pete or Steve, whichever one you choose. We'll create you a custom, and then every time that custom sells, as long as you hold the silver Draco, you'll get 100% custom for life. So that's kind of where they tie in.
Wow,
that's amazing.
That's
Is he cutting out for you guys?
Yes.
Am I cutting out bad again?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like it's just kind of like getting off, lip syncing it off a little bit for some reason.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't.
Guys.
It's all good. It's all good.
I thought we was watching a Shaw Brothers film interview.
So if you guys didn't catch that, so the Golden Draco, 40%. That Golden Draco is a 2% of our mint. You will receive with that Golden Draco if you're the lucky person to mint that. That'll be 2% of total mint. And then the five silver Dracos. And this is where the IP thing comes into play. If you mint one of those, you get to sit down with me or Pete, or me and Pete, however you guys decide, for us to come up with a custom of your liking and how you guys would want us to develop it and put it out there. And that's where I tell you, think about business wise, because we can create anything. And once you sell that, as long as you hold that silver Draco, you will get 100% of those royalties every time that is sold. So you can even keep that in mind too. As you design it, if you're going to design it, think of stuff that people would really want, and we're going to be able to make it for you. so that it's something that's a high, somebody's going to want to buy this because of what's involved in it. So that's one of the cool things about the 5 silvers. That golden Draco, brother, that was a special one. I made that thing how many months ago now? 4 months ago. And I didn't have an idea for it. I just decided I was going to draw it. I do this a lot. I usually sit down and I don't think of anything that I'm going to draw. I start with a circle. And it's something about the way my mind works. I draw a circle and then I start telling a story in my head, and then all of a sudden I draw it. Well, this golden Draco came out. And I was like, I'm like, can I make this thing look real 24 karat gold? And I think I nailed it, guys. I really do. I'm pretty proud of that piece of how I made that thing look like gold. And so then we came about where, you know what, this is a special one. We're going to make this one real special. That's going to change somebody's life right there. And I hope, that the universe brings it to somebody that really, really, really needs that money.
Really needs it.
Absolutely.
Needs that money.
I turned the echo off. Did that help any?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now I can, yeah. So and that's that golden Draco, man, guys. Is, we're gonna be able to help those people too. If they never came in that kind of money, we'll help provide financial resources for them so they know what to do with it, know how to invest it, the taxes behind it. We'll help along with all that stuff, because I know that's something that I didn't know as I was in growing up, and I was never taught, and it's something I had to teach myself, is financial literacy. So I know a lot of people out there are lacking it. And what we've been seeing in these spaces, guys, is I think we're starting to see people learn. I think we really, I don't know,
education,
we keep
catching up.
Yeah, we're keeping our ear to the pavement, and we're seeing that a lot of the people in the spaces, these new investors, they're learning, man, and they're helping each other, and they're bringing and evolving vastly from where they were at the beginning, from when I first came into the space in the NFT market, on what that's out there for us to do with this Web3. So we're just so lucky to be where we're at right now, guys. Sorry, I'll just go and talk forever. So go ahead. You guys talk.
It's all good, man. It's passion, man. We all got that, buddy. And that's why I like coming on these like this, because people can see it, passion we have for this, and what we want to do for people. So
set out to bring something new to the table, something new visually, something refreshing with a story that can grip you and pull you in. The whole idea is just to bring something different, something unique, while being very inclusive and unified with anybody willing to sit down.
Honestly, no, I was gonna say, honestly, you guys are setting a standard for, the NFT and Web3 space, because like you said, this is our 50th podcast, and we've had a lot of developers and people on here, a lot of good people with great projects. The three of you guys came on, so much of it is like stuff that even he and I get what you're saying. Yeah, I went to film school. I came out to LA, did odd jobs. I was just doing my own little, writing thing that I always kept telling myself, like, no one's gonna read this, no one cares. I'm just doing it for myself. And then this guy, God stepped in and introduced me to him, and basically just said, you just need to know that there is an audience for it. And he and I, we almost got a 9-year start, because he and I have been creating since 2013, over 150 short films, and we have some big projects out now and stuff coming up. And you say like Web3 and the NFT is perfect for that, because and what you guys are saying, not just you giving us ideas too. It's like you have a film project, a project like yours, where you're basically creating a whole universe that could be television, movies, comic books, anything. Is that if you're giving the people who are already following you and already part of your community the opportunity to actually possibly pitch ideas like, oh, what about this story? Like, can you imagine all those years when Star Wars were the talk of Hollywood and how much money was being made? And it was always because of just the chosen few, and maybe that was for the right reasons at that time. But think of all the Star Wars fans if they could have just fixed their ideas and really become part of the process that was started by George Lucas and his team. Like what you guys are doing is going beyond that. Like you're giving people that opportunity. Like he and I, like, well, yeah. What if somebody just wanted to help make our film because they own one of our NFTs and they happen to be where we're shooting part of our project. Like they're in that city, they're in that town. Did everybody just step out?
You're good, bro. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
I know
I
Steve hooked up for a second.
was going on and on about it too. Basically, yeah, to get to my point is that like you guys, like I said, you guys are setting the standard for the Web3 space and what you're doing and the real organic teamwork and behind it and the utilities and how it can appeal to artists, who may think that, they don't understand the business side of it. They just want to do the art side. And, that's all fine and good. But with the utilities and, NFT possibilities, you gotta have to educate yourself and understand what it can do for you. And more importantly, what it can do for you in order to do what you want to do as an artist, which is serve your community, give them what they want, see the smiles on their faces when you've created something for them. So you guys are doing beyond amazing work. And so, we're just honored to have you guys on here.
Thank
Man,
you.
we've loved being on here. Thank you. And it's Steve, if he was sitting there, he talked. The point is to build everybody else up around you to be successful in the end. And I know Steve says that all the time, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I really feel like you have to have a team and really come together, different individuals and different talents and different degrees. And destiny, it just happens like that. You guys were destined to find each other. You guys were destined to
collaborate.
To collaborate, put this together. And to me, you're changing the way people are going to see projects because when you guys were talking about what you do, like Luke said, we've done 40 episodes in, and I've seen 3 separate projects of what you guys do all together, which is like mind blowing to me, and it's hard for me to understand that. Like, whoa, like that really exists? Like, what? Like the fact that you guys have these opportunities, not only being being a holder, but it goes beyond that. It's like you have the business opportunity potentially. You have potential to be a voice on in animation, or you're giving people the chance to really succeed in life, and that's ultimately when they're succeeding, you're succeeding. It's like everybody's succeeding, and that's the point. That's what needs to go down, and that's what this industry is changing to be like. And you guys are, I feel like you're really setting a new standard for the NFTs.
That's definitely our goal, man. We want to be the standard. And just so you know, because we haven't mentioned it, we own the Chronos chain. And I do want to pitch one thing real quick. You guys in your space you had earlier, there are 3 Draco Leopards through a collab with another artist, the art of Nick Taylor. If you check our Twitter page, there's links to it. It's going to be on .com. There's 3 Dracos on there, and if you bid, and you'll get a custom Draco in our 10K mint plus a art of Nick Taylor's project. So you'll have the Draco Leopards ever. Also.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, that's just really cool, man. What you guys are doing, we really respect it, and you guys are just great people. Really, honestly, when you got people that really care about the community, and then you have a good plan together of what you guys are doing, and it's just a long-lasting plan. It's just a long-term, plan, and doing different projects. And I mean, honestly, I could see this everywhere, what you guys are doing, and I could see it in so many different elements.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of people say like the lore, right? The stories, the characters, the origins, you guys have that, but way more than just that. It's like crazy. And it's just, it gives the communities and holders just the opportunity to be part of something very organic and very different for the masses. I mean, it's so different. Because I mean, when you said, yeah, man, if you got a business idea, you got something that got me. I was just like, shit, if I was a holder and like someone, you know, you got some like cool ass ideas that make sense and you do it, then like that's really dope. Like it's just helping each other out.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
My vision is in 5 to 10 years with Draco name like Spider-Man. That's aside from just the NFT. What everybody that gets the NFTs will be on the ground floor of something.
that's amazing.
Yes, sir. Speak it into existence now.
No, it's
we
speak it and then go get it, baby.
Go get it. That's right, sir.
You guys are already creating it, and it's already going to happen. So, you know, we were just lucky enough to sit down with you guys and especially let you guys tell us the origin and tell us a little bit about the characters and everything. It's mind-blowing, honestly. I mean, you know, and that's why I really hope like other project founders and other people, they're going to find this inspiring, this podcast that we just had, because I'm very inspired right now just listening to what you guys said. And
episode 40, I mean, wow.
Really.
You guys just, you know, took it to another level. Yeah. I get it. I know, we keep saying it. You're setting that standard, you know, you're inspiring us.
And it's really a humbling experience. The whole thing has been, especially like that about it. And then you just pop into a random space. I'll pop in a sexual personal account to a random space, and there's 3 or 4 people in there, leopards, and I had no clue that they were talking about us that way. And all, so it's really humbling to hear those things.
Yeah.
You guys keep doing your thing, man. I mean, you guys have a lot going on, and you know, it's really dope. Yeah, we'd love to, you know, figure some ways, man. I mean, hell, you guys have so many things going on. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, amazing. So, got me. What does he say? Got me rattling
my brain.
Yeah,
rattling my brain.
Seriously.
Yeah,
seriously.
Dude. We got how many peeps in the house? 8 peeps.
8 peeps.
Oh.
They must want some free stuff.
They must want some giveaways.
That's what we were.
What do you guys think? You ready to do some giveaways?
Ready to do this giveaway thing?
You know, we got.
Yeah, we can give away. I think what I tell you guys, an ETH clown.
Yeah.
From the House of Clowns, absolutely.
Yeah, is that? Are you talking about Buddy Marbles?
Absolutely, Buddy Marbles.
Yep.
FOMO those guys.
Yep, we've talked to Buddy, and we're doing some things on the back end. We're talking with him, so he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Good guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
good job.
And his project, man, people are sleeping on it, for real. Like,
we're not sleeping on it. We own a whole lot of them.
Yeah, you guys do. Yeah, hell yeah. And I mean, right now, so these guys are very generous giving a clown away, and we're gonna give a limited Homeboi shirt printed by your boys, right? We got this printing machine right over there. Shout out to my girl for getting us set, right?
Producer.
Yep. So
hey, make sure you give us your guys' link to those shirts, bro. I definitely want to purchase some. Maybe I'll purchase a bunch so we can give them out. No,
you guys are gonna.
We're giving you 3 guys.
You guys are giving. You're getting your own custom shirt.
Yeah, you saw that intro, right?
Yeah, you saw the intro, right?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
Yeah.
You have to check it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, Steve. It's the one that I sent you the other day where we're like little Cartman and shit.
Oh yeah. I didn't know that was a cheap. Oh,
so you're
sweet.
gonna get an actual shirt with that on it right there.
On it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. 1 of 1.
What he said though is true. If you've got some for sale, also to give out for giveaways in our own space.
Yeah, man, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys.
We'll talk about doing some collaboration stuff, bro. We love the Draco Leopard, so we'll figure something out, man.
We're fans already.
Yeah, we appreciate the love and support, man. That means the world.
Hey, bro, we appreciate you guys bringing something fucking unique and incredible, bro.
Thank you.
honestly, I'm gonna repeat this podcast myself. I'm gonna go back and listen to how you talk about the origins and everything, because the way you talk about it, it just like honestly, I was just closing my eyes and I could just see different things.
That's a good sign when
crazy.
you're taken away from a different world.
Crazy.
Like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Well, we do have a secret. We do have a secret weapon, and that man. So he gets the credit for that.
Hey Pete, I see a male Draco that could be probably a pretty cool homeboy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got some ideas, brother. We'll talk. I think we can
definitely. Hey, my limits is their imagination.
Let's talk, man.
Let's do it.
We're down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Collaborations, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's about, it's especially in this Web3 space, I mean, ultimately that's how we are too. Like him and I, we're doing all this stuff, but we run a video production business to pay the bills, but
writing a feature script,
doing all this other
doing
things.
the podcast twice a week.
Yeah.
Always in the Twitter spaces. We want to call them Twitter dimensions now.
Yeah. Twitter dimensions, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Twitter dimensions made by the Draco Leopards, bro.
So we got 6 people right now. What's up, guys?
There's one thing that I always say is I'm going to build people around me to be successful that in return makes us successful. So, yeah, that's just if I can help you guys become successful,
that's the blueprint for success.
Yep, that right there is what makes you successful. So
we need everybody to know that support what we do, that we support them at the same time. I mean, it's like I said, I couldn't ask to work with a better group of guys. I couldn't ask for a more humbling experience of the community that I've been exposed to so far. You guys, your words, very humbling. Thank you. It's just been an amazing journey so far, and I know it's only can go higher. So I got my
we're not bullshitting either, bro. Like we don't like to we don't play that game shit. Like we don't, we're not some like influencers and bullshit that tries to fake people out and stuff. Like, oh yeah, so cool. Like no, like you guys fucking blew our minds away for real. Like I was just like, what? Like you started telling me all this stuff you guys do, and that was so cool. Like especially if you would have just after the origin story and all the details, if you would have just cut it off there, I still would have been like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah. But then you went into all this other stuff, and I'm like, okay, wait, what?
We've only scratched the surface of the story. It's going to blow you away. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I'll be itching to reveal certain things that I know that make you just go, wow.
And there could be a timeline where Hermaphyte tries to take out the homeboys and save them.
Ooh.
Yeah, make sure you ain't got a Hermaphyte sitting with you. Let's start there.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
They get crazy.
Yeah, what would your Hermaphyte voice be? He's a voice actor. I always like to throw that out. What's your Hermaphyte voice?
Oh, really?
Oh, honey, let me tell you. There's a lot of different things I can do. Okay? And I like how you're looking at me, okay? I've been seeing you all day. I mean, just, it was just beautiful, the connection.
It just turned into Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Yeah, so I could do all kinds of...
Hey, that was good, man. I liked it.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
All right, fellas. I don't mean to cut you guys short, but I got to go assist the missus behind the scenes.
Thank you,
thank you guys for having me. It was awesome to be here. Thank you for letting me share. Brothers, as always, it's good to spend time with you guys, and I look forward to talking again soon.
We love you. We're gonna do Pete. We love you.
Much love, brother.
Mad love, brother.
Thanks again, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Seriously. Guys, that's what it's all about, and we're gonna do this giveaway too.
We got 8 people in the house. Y'all comment #Draco Leopard.
All right, so we're gonna get Donnie because Donnie's been in here.
Donnie, of course.
There's no question.
Has Donnie won before?
We're adding people to the list, guys. So we're gonna do this wheel spinner. If you're in right now, we're gonna do this.
Hands in the air.
We're gonna do this wheel spinner thing where literally we'll spin the wheel, and whoever the one lucky winner, they get that NFT. And they get the limited Homeboi tee,
which is
crazy
how Steve's head looked like it's on top of the Draco?
Oh, right yeah, that looks crazy.
Do you see that, Steve? Do you look like
see that? Oh, it does. You're a Draco now.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, super Stella. All right. You're on. Stay with us. you win. You gotta
Guys,
be
I
on
mean,
here.
honestly,
You guys got to be on here to claim.
you guys want to be part of something unique here? Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Who else is in there?
I guess no.
And if after you choose, if you'll just have them DM me at Draco Leopard on Twitter.
Oh yeah, guys.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna make it happen. Who else is in the house? We got 2 people on the list. 8 people. Like, what's up?
What's up?
Where the other 6 at?
Where the other 6 at? Is everybody quiet? They must have turned on their commuter and walked away.
Oh, it's already 5:50. They're drunk and stoned at this point. You know,
Yeah.
they're all passing out.
Who
We
knows?
might hit up the arcade later. You know, take a break.
Donnie.
Donnie, I know, brother. You're gonna win this one, bro. I know you've been in here all the time, bro. And I love to you.
I love.
Oh, Dallas.
What's
Yes.
up, bro?
All right.
Bro, we need the names, guys.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's just a better chance for somebody. 1 in 3 is easier than 1 in 8.
Oh, Donnie versus South. Oh no, now Dallas is in that. We got Dallas. Donnie, you know it, brother. For sure.
You already know. You already know. But yeah, Steve, it looks like you are part of the Draco. You are the Draco Leopard right now.
Yep. There it is.
Dallas.
Looks like it.
Yep. Wait, I don't see, is there anybody else in here?
Yeah, well, there's
'Cause they
8
got
people.
eight
We're just
people.
wait. You know, come on, guys. If you're
What's
here,
up,
chat
y'all?
it up.
What's up, y'all?
You know,
See,
you gotta still be
8.
in here with us.
I know. I wish they could tell us what 8 are in here and we can call them out by name. That would be hilarious. Like,
That's more fun
Hello.
to see who's gonna speak up.
Yeah.
Woo!
because so far, I mean, it's
We
not
got Dallas.
it's not a big
Tila,
deal. We got
and
3
Donnie.
people. Look,
Donnie
guys, look, we
Maloney.
could do it like this. If this 3, if one person wins out of the 3, then that's it, man. They have only 3
Yeah.
people. But if you
Let's
guys,
go. I don't know.
you guys want to
Alright.
win some free stuff, I mean, this is
Sometimes that's wrong though, isn't it? Sometimes isn't that like?
no, I think it's.
I know it won't tell us who's in here.
Let's
so.
see if I can look on
Sorry,
here.
guys. Yeah,
Sorry
we're
about that.
Getting this going.
Look, there's 8 on here.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Only 3 of you want the shirt. You know, we're gonna have to see.
Hey, it's no big deal if you guys don't want to. If you guys don't want to.
Donnie,
just
Donnie
more
knows
of a-
how it works. Donnie's just like, I'm ready.
Donnie's been in it,
I'm ready to collect, baby. Let's go. He knows the drill.
but it's all love, guys. If the other people don't want to participate, no worries. Like,
Yeah.
if you guys are just here to just watch the show and just
Yeah,
chill
man, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
and listen to Draco Leopard, man, then that's all love right there.
Yeah. You guys have an amazing story.
Yeah, seriously, guys. I mean, it's been amazing that you guys have stayed on with us now. It's 1 hour and 32 minutes. So you guys just had an amazing stuff that to talk about, and it's just been a real honor. And so that's
All right. Well, we got the lucky 3.
Is that the lucky? Is that the lucky 3?
Yeah, the lucky 3. Nobody else is commenting.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay. Here we
So
go.
we're gonna put this wheel up. Jeff's gonna do that.
Watch this.
Boom.
Uh.
There it is. Can you see it?
Whoa.
All right.
We can see it. We can see it.
Anyone else? Last chance.
Yep.
Come on now. We'll take one more hit each, and we'll let somebody else tackle.
I'll even
Otherwise,
expand the wheel too here.
I don't know. I see Donnie, Supercella, and Dallas. Who knows on this one?
Guys, all right. I'm going once, going twice. I'm looking at the chat, making sure no
All
one
right.
doesn't get naughty or nice. All right, so they don't.
Nope.
They don't want a clown in a dope ass shirt. Fuck them.
You're right, Donnie. Let's do it.
I love it. I love Donnie. You said that. All right,
All right.
nice.
Come on, Donnie.
Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Donnie.
Congrats.
Donnie.
Yes.
No,
Yo.
Hey, brother.
Yo, what in the hell?
Are you kidding me?
Donnie.
Oh, wow.
Donnie.
Hell
Wow.
yeah, brother. Winner, winner.
Yeah, just have them. Donnie DM me at Draco Leopard, and we'll get his heat on.
Hell yeah, man.
DM us on Twitter.
Donnie,
let us
that
know your
was
t-shirt
the
size.
coolest thing you could have said, bro.
Yeah.
That's why you won, bro. Honestly, I always tell people like when they win, it's like meant for a reason. And before we spun the wheel, listen to what he said. They don't want a clown and a dope ass t-shirt. Fuck them.
Yep.
Like
Right.
that right there, bro. That's why you. That's why you deserve it.
You know
Yep.
it's rigged, Alice. It's rigged.
You know.
It's rigged.
Right on.
Sometimes it feels rigged because someone says something nice before they win, and then
You know
they
what?
end up
No,
winning.
Hey Donnie, have you won with us before? You've been in before, but I don't know. I don't think you've won before.
Has he won before?
I don't think you've won before. We got a list of everybody. I don't know.
If
I think he's been in here supporting for a long time.
So. Donnie, hit us on the DMs. Obviously, we're gonna get your size, get you right, bro, get you squared away. And then obviously, you gentlemen too. Like we need to get
Send us your
information
and
your addresses, so we can.
We'll talk to you guys in the DMs.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys. But no, guys, does anyone have any questions for Draco Leopard before we close out? Because
what's going on?
These guys were amazing today, and they took the time out.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yo, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys really made our day, and really stoked that we got it. And all right, guys. Anyone? Any questions? No worries. No worries. Well, guess what, guys? We're gonna close out like we always do because it is Saturday and it's always 420 over here, Bruce.
Oh yeah.
So let's get going. Let's get flowing. It was a blessings on blessings.
Thank you, Jeremy.
With the Draco Leopard.
I love you guys.
Draco Leopard kills always, and it was a great podcast. So let's close out, and of course, be safe.